So, hope you all had a good Christmas. Probably currently still are having a good Christmas, seeing as though 25th was yesterday, Sunday, and today's the 26th, and it's being observed. And well, the weather basically is not really helping a lot of people, you know. So, hope you're having a good Christmas, no matter how you celebrate. As I check the mic to make sure everything's working. But yeah, wanted to come on here and show you a bit of my Christmas haul this year. Of course, I showed you my video of what I got my family for Christmas before I wrapped it. You saw that earlier today. That's why I scheduled it, because if I'd done it a lot sooner, it would have given it away. Especially if my family would have seen it. But anyway, this is my video basically showing you what I got for Christmas. And I'll say this, just like I did pretty well this year Christmas wise, even though like a lot of people financially it's gonna not tingle, but it's gonna hurt in the process. Even though I did pretty good this year, this what I'm trying to say is, I just lost my train of thought there. Hold on. Okay. And I'm looking at something real quickly. I'm looking down here. It says rain is coming and all that. But anyway, like I said, even though I did pretty good this year getting gifts, I think I did pretty good getting some as well from family and such, including some for myself. Because if there's one thing we all know about, we all know, I should say, about Christmas, especially Christmas shopping, is when you go and shop for your family, your friends, your loved ones, basically your fiance, your wife, whatever, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, you name it. You like to not only get them something, but you also like to get yourself something. And that's kind of what I did this year. And it's not the first time. It's not the first time I've done anything like that. My mom, of course, got a few little knickknacks for herself too. Not like me basically, but she still got herself something here and there. But anyway, let me show you what I got when it comes to this Christmas haul, shall we? Okay, so the first thing is, well, this. Now you might say, well, the Starbucks cup, Brian. Why did somebody give you a Starbucks cup, right? Actually, it's not just any Starbucks cup. It is one that has this. This is a Starbucks rewards card. You can basically reload it whenever you want. It has about $15 on it. And we got this from my niece's fiance's mom. I got it from my niece's fiance's mom. So it's pretty cool. But that's not the only thing either. Speaking of gift cards and finances, my mom, she gave me a $25 one, so that's about 40 there. And then financially, 40 and 50. So it's pretty cool. And then my oldest nephew, it's not there. Where is it? It's behind here somewhere. I got it. My oldest nephew got me and my mom and each of everybody in the family got us this. This is a Visa Platinum card. It's a vanilla Visa gift card. And apparently you can use it for anything, and I did recently just use it. Well, not all of it, but some of it. And what's funny is when I first tried to use it to get a web comic, if you will, on one site where you can get it, I couldn't use it. I followed the instructions and everything, treated it like a normal debit card, and it wouldn't work. It wasn't being accepted. And this place where I was getting the webcomic from was Gumroad. It was Gumroad. And so I went to the other site called PayHip, and PayHip accepted it. So yeah, I guess if you can't use your gift card at Gumroad, you can use it at PayHip and get it. So that's what I did. And it also kind of helped out a little bit too, because it also, like I said, kind of helped out, as well. Oh, what was I trying to say? Oh yeah, sorry, I'm tired. So we got in late last night. 2 nights in a row, we went to bed late. I mean, very late. What was I saying? Oh yeah. But yeah, apparently when you go to PayHip, you can use it there. It kind of did fall through on something that I tested earlier, because I only had a little bit financially left about a couple of days ago, and I decided, okay, I'm going to get a $100 Visa gift card, right? Instead of just using my bank account, I thought, okay, I'll get a $100 Visa gift card and use that to pay part of cable, right? And that's what I did. But at first I couldn't use it, so I had to call the number to get it activated, but it also said, hey, you gotta wait 44 minutes. So got back from lunch, did work, went to break, and when I went to break, I was able to finally pay the cable. I was finally able to pay $100 worth of cable with the gift card. So these gift cards can definitely be used to do these kind of things, but I think it is a lesson to be, I think there's a lesson to be learned, that you can only use them if certain sites allow them. And I think Gumroad doesn't want to do that because maybe they've had issues in the past, but PayHip's pretty cool with it. But yeah, those are some of the things gift card wise that I got for Christmas this year. Okay, so up next is the items that I got from my family. And behind me, you can see one of them right now. This is a Wrangler. If I can just take it off without anything happening. This is a Wrangler jacket that my mom got me. It's got pockets on the inside. Oh, it's got some pockets on the inside too. That's pretty cool. On one side, and it's got like a little pocket here, and then a bigger pocket right there, and then of course you got a pocket right here and all that. So it's a multi-use thing. Like I said, it's got a pocket here, a little pocket, big pocket, and then a pocket on the inside, which is pretty cool. And of course she got me this because I work and I have to wait for the bus sometimes at the bus stop over here. So it gets cold and everything, especially when it's raining. Okay.
Whenever you want to go get it, that's
Sorry about that.
okay.
Yeah.
Check it inside, make sure they took all the garbage when you get it.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
But yeah, like I said, it's one of the things I got from her, and of course, as I just mentioned, the gift card and the money. Then she also got me some pants, of course, right here. And some pants. And everything for work, because like the ones I'm wearing right now, like some of the other ones are getting a little holey. A little holey. And then of course, she got me this, and what's funny, I want to tell you a little story. Last night, we went to my second older sister from Modesto to exchange gifts and everything, because long story short, we opened presents here. Then we went to my older sister's, opened some presents there with her and my oldest niece, and my oldest niece, her daughter, her son, and her fiance. So basically, my older sister's yesterday opened up presents there. Then went to my other older sister's in the fog. Opened up presents there. And then my brother-in-law got one of these. Well, my brother-in-law and my oldest nephew got one of these. But the way that my mom wrapped them, they looked at it like, what in the world? Because it looked like basically something else, something more phallic, if you will. But my mom likes to wrap, even things like this up to make it feel more important and all that. But yeah, basically they were joking around like, oh my God, you make this look like it was very phallic, if you will, just the way she wrapped it. But yeah, she didn't do that with mine. She put mine in my stocking, so it's pretty cool. And then of course she gave me this. She actually bought several of these, and she decided to give me this one as well. But yeah, those are basically the gifts I got from my mom. But what did my family give me? My sisters and all that give me. Okay, so I don't know what happened there. I don't know if the camera went off or something like that or whatever. But now we get to my sister. And what did my older sister give me? Well, behind here we have what she gave me. She got me some jogger pants, if you will. These are the jogger pants that she gave me. So I got these to jog in or just wear around the house. I don't think I can wear them to work or anything because they go whoop, straight down maybe. Not saying they will. She got me this. This is the second WrestleMania shirt I got for Christmas. The other one I got a couple years ago. It's pretty nice. And then she got me a Sprite shirt. She says they were out of Coca-Cola, but I can get a Coca-Cola one at my job. But yeah, a Sprite. She got me that. And everything. And then, surprise, surprise, she got me some shoes. She got me Champion shoes, the slip-ons. So, that way I can wear them to work or something like that. So, really cool. And as far as like her daughter, my niece, if you will, I think she gave us something as well, but my mom has it. I think it's a gift card or something like that as well. So yeah, that basically what she and her family gave me, or gave us this year, or gave me this year for Christmas. Okay, so what did my second older sister give me? Well, she didn't give me as much as my older sister did because financially, financially they're steady and everything, but they don't, both of them work and don't really have time to go out and be like, okay, I'm gonna get this, I'm gonna get that, I'm gonna get this. And I think she's more like, they don't really need too much. And her main focus and priority most of the time is our mom. So it's like if anybody deserves more gifts during Christmas, it's her. And so, or our great niece, if you will, because our great niece is 2. But it's like if anybody deserves more gifts than us, it's her. And yeah. But anyway, you know what? I don't think I recorded my other sister's thing. I have to go back and do that again because it just thought about it. It only says like 3 files on there, so I have to go back and do that again. But anyway, my second older sister, like I said, she doesn't go too extravagant. She'll get a few items, here and there to give as gifts, but her main priority, like I said, is our mom, our great niece. For me, her husband, and my nephew, my third oldest nephew, went out and got me this. Mostly her husband and my third oldest nephew did because, she works. So what did they get me? Well, they have a Target close by, and we didn't have this at my job as far as I've known. In fact, I've been working for a while. I don't think I've seen it about once, maybe. I don't even think we've seen it at all. They went out and got me this. Yeah, and I could probably look online of how much it is. It's a Target exclusive. It's She-Hulk, Funko She-Hulk. How about that? And it was to promote the She-Hulk series, which my older sister was like, you should see it, it's pretty good. And I was like, yeah, I probably will, but, a lot of people crapped on it, of course. But, hey, at least they tried. And this is the She-Hulk right here, double-headed performing. That's pretty cool. They're the collectible to add to the collection. The thing is, room is running low, but I think I can work around that eventually. People do. But yeah, here it is. They got me this. This was kind of a surprise. I was like, what is this? And I was like, what the heck? So yeah, the Funko She-Hulk. And it's not the only Funko I got. In fact, I ended up getting several years ago for Christmas a Money Inc. $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase, and what is it, Ted? Yeah, $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase and IRS Funko for my older sister. But this one, probably the biggest one I've gotten so far. So yeah, there it is. That's from my second oldest sister and her family. Okay, so this is a re-recording, or second recording of what I thought was a fourth record. I thought it was the original recording, but it didn't. Of what my older sister got me for Christmas. And she goes a little bit more out than my second oldest sister. I mean, again, like I said, my second oldest sister and her, basically, you know, what? I gotta say inside about that. My mom just gave me something she forgot to give yesterday. This goes along with what she got me, what I showed you she got me earlier. Anyway, my older sister, you know, she goes a little bit more out for family. But, you know, more, like I said, probably more so than my second older sister. But like I said, my second older sister and my older sister, to an extent, they're more focused on what our mom needs and what our great niece needs or would like to have. Anyway, long story short, she went out and got us a few things here and there, and this behind me is what she got me. And the first thing she got me was, from her job, a WrestleMania t-shirt. This is the second WrestleMania t-shirt I have. The other one is in my drawer somewhere. I have to dig it out eventually. But yeah, this is one that she got. She even said that if there was more, she could probably get herself one. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I think this is around the time. Yeah, this is like, I would say WrestleMania 6 or 7 time. No, I think it's does it say King on his thing? No, I think, yeah, this is like around WrestleMania 7. Pretty cool. And then she also got me a Sprite shirt. Got me a Sprite one. There was no Coca-Cola, but she got me Sprite. And then she got me some jogger pants. These are the kind that you can just, you know, jog in, walk around the house in, stuff like that. It's pretty nice. And then she got me these champion shoes. I can wear, you know, to work or at work or wear wherever. They're the kind that you could slip on and everything. So thankfully, you know, thank God that bringing these out now, because I don't think a lot of people really like the lace steel. I mean, one of my black shoes that I had recently, you know, down here, I think this is the one. Yeah, this is the one. Its lace broke off. Thankfully, I had my gray ones, my had my Under Armour shoes to help out, and now I have these just in case too. So yeah, that's what my older sister got me for Christmas. But now the question is, what did I get myself? So, what did I get myself this year? Now, like I said at the beginning, you know, one of the things we do with Christmas shopping is we're going to go out and we're going to get family and friends, loved ones, fiancés, boyfriend, girlfriends, you name it. You know, we're going to get, you know, them something nice, or at least try to get them something that, you know, they can use or at least have fun with, and, you know, in the later days. But we also like to go out and get something for ourselves, because we figure, well, either our family's super rich and they're going to give us, or they're going to get us what we ask for, or, you know, our family's just going to get what they can afford, and it's up to us to get what we want. Which is why most of the time the common thread nowadays for Christmas giving is gift cards, like the one I mentioned earlier. Because that way you can get what you want. Or in my case, if you work at a job like Target, you just use your Target debit card or credit card, your red card if you will, and you get yourself what you want if you're able to. And thank the Lord, even though financially, as I mentioned earlier, it kind of is going to hurt me as well as it's going to hurt a lot of other people, because a lot of people I was checking out would say, yeah, our wallet's going to suffer. Let's just say my wallet is suffering, but I'm able to bounce back from it, hopefully. And what am I talking about? How about the fact that I got a couple of items right here and over here that I ended up getting. Now, the first one I think I've shown you before, but if not, oops, there it goes. The first thing I ended up getting for myself, again, I don't know if I've shown you this or not, is a new addition to the Studio 86 line that when I heard about they were bringing it out, I wanted to get it. And that is, of course, Studio 86 Dinobot Sludge. What? Hold on. Okay, sorry about that. Had to take care of a few things. But anyway, like I said, I may have shown you this before. This is another part of the Studio 86 line Dinobot Sludge. When I heard they were bringing this out, as I mentioned earlier, I knew I had to get it. But the moment we first had it at my job, it sold out. So for a while I was wondering, okay, when are we going to get the shipment? And finally, I think a couple weeks ago we did, and I thought, it's the only one. Could only see two, and I knew one was going to probably get sold, and it did. So I saw this one still left, and I say, I gotta get it, and I did. So got Dinobot Sludge for myself, and then if that's not enough, also finally decided to excuse me, complete the collection so far, because I'm pretty sure they'll bring out others. In fact, I think they're even considering bringing out more of these. But of course, as I showed you, I have the Chun-Li Ken one, the Chun-Li RC versus Ken Hot Rod run. And here, I decided, okay, it's a little bit more. I got a discount though, and it was on sale. I think they were doing sales for these, so it was like 20% off what it was. Ended up getting Optimus Prime Ryu versus Megatron M Bison. So yeah, I ended up getting those, and this is again part of that collaborative crossover that Hasbro's been doing with a lot of franchises to correlate maybe with anniversaries or whatever. In this case, it's to correlate with the 35th anniversary of Street Fighter. So I ended up getting that, which was pretty cool for myself. And then this one, ever since I worked at Walmart, not Walmart, but Target, ever since I've been working at Target, I've noticed this there. And when I heard that they were coming out, Hasbro was coming out with something similar to it, but a little bit more expensive, a little bit more articulated, if you will, I knew I had to get this. Now, I don't know if this is done in a similar vein, because I know this is not the same one, because the one they've been showing is a little bit more, like I said, articulate, more detailed. Feels like it's an actual regular size figure that, you know, transforms on its own. And I don't think it has a remote. I think it's by battery and voice command or something. But the moment I saw this, it's like I knew I had to get it. And it's distributed by Jade, by the Jade Corporation. The same people that have been distributing a lot of those Hollywood classic vehicles and stuff, movie classic vehicles like A-Team and all that. They've even done one of this as well in vehicle mode. So I figured I have to get this eventually, and I knew with it being Christmas, it was going to probably sell, and boy was it selling. I mean, even before Christmas it was selling, but not as much. Like as we got into the summer and even into the school year, beginning of the school year, like, well, towards the end of summer, into the beginning of the school year and all that, it wasn't selling as much, but I knew as soon as Christmas was come around, it did. And that's what was happening. So I figured once it gets restocked, I'm getting it, and I did get it. And that is Autobot Optimus Prime Converting RC. again, I don't think this is the same one because the arms apparently are not as articulating, and they even show it in the back here. You know, it is not as like articulating as the other one, but for $70, can't go wrong. And of course, you got a little lithograph right here. Got a lithograph right here, and then of course the age stamp is for 8 and up, and the other one I think is more for the collector adult people and all that. But hey, if you want something that a little bit cheaper and identical in tone, this is the best one, and it does have voice command as well. I don't know how the other one does it, but this one has voice command. When you
Megatron must be stopped, no matter the cost.
basically it's got voice. Basically, it's got sayings and all that. So again, I don't know if the other one that's more for the adult collectors. It doesn't have the remote like this does. I don't know if that has sayings in it. I'm pretty sure it does. But this, when it's sayings and all that, it's very identical to the one I have behind here that was released for the 20th anniversary of the movie. The little statuette. Okay. And if that's not enough, I think I showed you this too as well. But it kind of falls in the category because it's an early Christmas gift. Got myself the Magical Main Melody set. This one, it's been selling. Mostly as we got closer to Christmas, it was really selling. But I knew I had to get it. And like I said, you got Pip here, who has a little bit of a golden mane in her. So that's pretty nice. I had to get that as well. But and I set a lot of this back. Set a lot of this back, if you will, best I can. Probably a little bit more better. There we go. But what was I saying? What was I about to say? Oh yeah, my mind's going blank and everything. Oh yeah, I also got this. I just forgot to wrap it up and make it for me and my mom, to me and my mom, because that's kind of what we did with presents that we're going to keep for ourselves. It'd be like from us to us kind of deal. Battleship. I don't know where we're. I know we have this somewhere, but I couldn't remember where, so I decided to get it again. It's more of a traveling one, so you can take it anywhere. And then, of course, can't do a Christmas haul, finish off a Christmas haul, especially Christmas gifts to yourself, without some video games. And thankfully, my job had these boxes. These little, and it's not the first time that a job I've worked at had these little boxes with video games and movies in them that they originally had out for Black Friday and all that. But but in this case, they had plenty of video games in there for all three consoles that I own. And I'll tell you this, one of the boxes for the Switches had one game in there, tons of copies. And when you would look online to the app for my store, when you would look on the Target app for my store, it would say it's out of stock, and it's mainly because it's all in those little boxes. They probably put them back into the thing when they did. But when I bought it, it was a lot cheaper than what it was. So maybe it's because it's too many copies, they got to clearance it out, or maybe it's the fact that it's not as popular as it was. But still, it was a game I wanted to get, and thankfully, Christmas was the time to get it. And then, of course, I got a couple other games that were like $20, originally less than what they were. They are basically fighting games, if you will. But what are the games, you might ask? Well, the first one is the Switch version of this. I know there's a PS4 and an Xbox One, Xbox Series X version of this game, which, by the way, my second oldest nephew has an Xbox Series X now. That's pretty cool. So eventually I got to get one down the line. And basically, those Series X and everything, they're basically the same kind of graphics, if you will. All it is just I think inside all these consoles like PS5 and Xbox Series X, all they've done is just switch out, certain parts of the previous consoles and put in more like supporting hardware and all software and hardware and everything, to where you can play games now up to 8K or 4K or whatever. So yeah, that's mainly what they are in my opinion. Like, yeah, they're good consoles to have. Yes, the graphics and details in the games and all that are enhanced in a big way, but it's just the same. But basically, it's just an up conversion of your previous console. An up conversion that's worth getting if you can do it financially. But again, what are the games? Well, for the Switch, again, this is the Switch version, and I'm probably going to get the other versions down the line too. We have My Little Pony, a Maritime Bay Adventure. That's like Maritime Bay Adventure. Finally got it. I had a feeling that if there was going to be any version of the game I was going to get, it would be this one. And that's what I did. So I got Maritime Bay Adventure, My Little Pony for the Switch. Hold on. And then for the Xbox One or the Xbox Series X, I got this game. This game came under a lot of controversy from when it first came out. People were like, "Oh, well, it's a good game, but it doesn't have sound effects and all that, voices." They fixed that, of course, thankfully. And then, of course, they had the DLC characters that I think you get for free. So I decided, well, I have the game that inspired it, Smash Brothers Ultimate. I have Multiverse or Multiverses. On the PS4, why not get this for the Xbox? And what I got was Nickelodeon's All-Star Brawl. Now look, I don't have a fondness for some of these characters, like, SpongeBob and all that, but hey, if you can get a fighting game and all that with every character under your roof, with it's your own original characters or licensed, you have to get it. You have to see what they bring to the table with it. And to me, can't wait to play it to see exactly how good it is and has become. So got that. Hold on for a sec.
Get some eggnog.
Sorry about that. She's got me some little bit of lunch here. But anyway, like I said, I want to spill it. But right here for a second. But like I said, can't wait to play it. Just see, like I said, how how good it is, how playable it is, and how good it's become basically with the DLCs and all that, and the improvements. And then last but not least, I saw this and I was like, well, I gotta get it. It got promoted for a bit. The promotion died down, but it's one of those things where people like to have these kind of games in their collection because it's like, well, you gotta have it. You have to have it because, even though you get ROM versions of it, which basically these are, sometimes the ROM versions don't work. Sometimes they'll just crash and all that. And what is it that I got? How about the Capcom fighting game? And I'm pretty sure you could use this with any, arcade stick, like my fight stick I have. I probably can use it with that. And this has a lot of the games on there that, really made Capcom popular, put them on the map right there. So, yeah, I ended up getting that, along with, like I said, the other two games. And that's pretty much going to do it for my 2022 Christmas haul video. Hope you guys appreciate it. Hope you guys appreciated it. Enjoyed seeing what I got. I know there's others out here on YouTube and all over the place that like to showcase what they got. But let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know what your thoughts are down below. Comment if you like. Live chat during the premiere. Like the video. And again, I apologize for the interruptions and all that. But again, that's what happens when you try to do this kind of stuff when people, your family, your mom, your dad, or whoever you're living with is at home. So anyway, though, guys, let me know what your thoughts are. I hope you all had a safe and healthy Merry Christmas, and probably still are doing so if you're celebrating it today or throughout this week. And until then, I'll talk to y'all later.